Today I'm going to show you how to sterilise a timber beehive. Hello, welcome to Gwynedd Griffith. Here we talk everything beekeeping, farming, countryside living, and we do reviews as well. Now today I'm going to show you how to sterilise a timber beehive. So for example, you've just bought a second-hand beehive, you're thinking of putting bees in it, or you've just had a dead out over the winter, or maybe you've had a case of disease and you need to sterilise down your timber hive. Now this is a simple process to do, really easy, as long as you've got a good blowtorch. Small one, big one, it doesn't matter, as long as that burns hot, it will do the trick. Now behind me, I've got a timber beehive there. Some of the older kit that I've bought years ago, I've already sterilised it once lightly, but I'm going to show you now exactly what to do if you're thinking about putting bees into an older hive, or for the examples I've just listed. So let's get into it. Okay, so got my beehive and I've got my blowtorch. Now this is an inexpensive blowtorch. It's just a roofer's blowtorch. You can get different types of heads to fit on this, but this is the type that you want. You want a big bottle of gas to run off it, because a big bottle of gas is going to give you a huge amount of pressure. We've got a regulator on here so we control how much pressure we want, but this burns really hot, so you're definitely going to kill all kinds of diseases, or pretty much anything that's living inside this empty hive. This is going to kill it and sterilise it. Now then, I'll take this apart and I'll sterilise from the floor up, and you can watch exactly how I do it. Okay then, so as you can see, I'm outside. Never do this inside a shed. I don't care how big your shed is, bit of straw, bit of dust, anything can light in the shed fly away because it's a light, and it's light. Do it outside, so there's zero risk of lighting anything else on fire, because as you're about to see, this burns really hot and at serious pressure. So to light this up, it's easy. We've got a brass tap there, we've got a regulator there. Turn the brass tap so that's on. Now we've got a control here and a control here. Turn this a little bit, get a lighter, then we're going to turn this on till we start hearing some noise. Like that, if you can see a lot of orange flame, that's not hot enough. You need to turn that up so you actually can't see the flame is blue. That's the heat you want. Alright, so let's do the floor. Now it's as easy as that. Where you want to pay close attention to is in these joints. Anywhere where wood joins another wood creates a small gap. You need to concentrate the heat in those joints. Now you don't have to burn the hive so it all goes completely black. As long as the wood changes colour, does go a bit dark in places, you're applying enough heat for the job. Now to the important bit, the brood box. More often than not, this is where the disease is going to be, inside the brood box, and we want to pay very close attention when we sterilise in here. We've got a lot of joints in the corners. We want to direct the heat strongly into all the joints, and above here, the other side where the frames sit, and underneath where your bee space is, just because you've got an extra joint here. We're gonna cook that up to make sure all disease there is gone. So same process again. We light this up, give it a bit of heat. So as you can see there, where the old bits of wax and propolis were sitting in the joint, all that was going liquidy. Now I keep applying the heat till all that starts to bubble up and boil, because it's in that bits of wax, bits of propolis, bits of bee material, that's where the disease could be. Now you really want to cook that area up so you totally sterilise it. And anywhere you see beeswax, propolis, make sure you melt that down for it to start to bubble, so you know you've brought that up to the right amount of temperature to kill the disease. Now you notice I blue toss the inside of the hive much more than the outside. There's no need to go crazy on the outside. A quick run over with a blowtorch, that's more than enough for the outside, because chances is you're going to want to paint the outside and you don't want to seal the wood up too much so it can't absorb the paint. Now there is a fantastic way of maintaining timber. It's a Japanese way where you burn the outside of the wood, then you sand that down again, then you burn it again, turning it black. That's a great way of hardening the wood and turning that waterproof. I can't quite remember what the name of that treatment is, but you look that up on YouTube. That's a great way of maintaining your beehives. Now I know my floor's done, the brood box is done, and then your queen excluders might look something like this. If you're really fussy, you can scrape this off to melt that down in the beeswax. There's not that much beeswax here. I'm just gonna melt it all off here now. Now if you've got a galvanised metal queen excluder, you are going to burn a little bit of the galv off, but that's okay. Your only other option is to sterilise using bleach or a similar liquid. This is by far the best way to sterilise equipment, because you know 100% you've done it properly. I'll go ahead and do this and then onto the roof. Now that's done. Same treatment with a crown board. All its bits of old wax we want to burn and melt all that off, because we don't know what's in there. If you don't know, assume that it's diseased, and you make sure that you sterilise it properly. Never take the chance with this old equipment. If you're running low on kit, etc., and you desperately need these spare parts, always sterilise them before putting them out on the hive, because that is an easy way to spread disease. Now the roof, this is pretty much the easiest bit to do. The aluminium or tin sheet on the top, you don't really need to give that a serious meltdown. I'll just run the torch over it really quick, because nothing's going to be able to penetrate that material. It's only going to be on the surface. That's how easy it is to sterilise timber beehives. Just run the blowtorch over it, concentrating on the key joints like I just explained. Now if every single beekeeper sterilised their second-hand bought equipment, there'd be a massive reduction in AFB and EFB right across the UK, or if you're from America, right across America, wherever country you're from. Do this to every single second-hand beehive you buy. At least then you know it's 100% safe, because there's nothing wrong with buying second-hand equipment. I bought a lot of stuff second-hand and I've saved thousands and thousands of pounds over the years, but make sure you use the blowtorch and you sterilise your kit. Thanks for watching.